Yo, 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 what is up, my home dogs, and welcome to this evening's stream where we're going to be hashtag getting in the pool on the free-to-play account. We're going to be grinding up to, I don't know, just as much as possible, really, because we're trying to get a big, juicy stack of units. You've been following the free-to-play account, you know where we're going in the next month. We are going for that initial clear of Act 5. And I want to make sure that that stack of units to the top right-hand corner, it's looking pretty beefed up, so we're going to get that up today. But massive shout out to some of the first Salt Warriors to join us. We have Owen, we have Clashing King, Trick Shot, Sean, Shazor, Drama Llama, Jesus, Braden, Matt, Victor, the Crimson Trooper, Logan, Jop, Eric, hope you're all doing well today. We got Atomic, we got Thomas C. Damn boys, the chat is looking incredibly lit today. I've just finished watching the most recent Analyzer video, and I must say it was a spectacle, a masterpiece of Marvel Contest of Champions editing, and I am always thoroughly impressed by the commitment the Analyzer has to making the most simple videos incredibly entertaining and adding, you know, additional story elements to them. So big up, man like Analyzer. I gotta appreciate that, man, for sure. Yossi, and I just finished the Labyrinth of Legends, and I've got a mutant gem. I was hoping for a cosmic for Medusa. Can I have yours? The game doesn't work like that, but, yeah, in this theoretical scenario where I'd say yes and the gems would be transferred, I would agree to that arrangement. So yeah, I'd go for that, man. I go for that. Opening of the century. Damn, man, that's a incredibly cheesy pun, my friend. But it was, man. It was a really good opening, man. You know, I'm trying to think of, like, incredibly shitty puns just to throw back at you. But, they're not coming, man. They are just not coming. I'm trying hard right now, but nothing is happening, ladies and gentlemen. But I gotta appreciate, like, that was one heavily fire intro to the last Analyzer video for sure, man. Big up. What's up, man? How did a reading run go in the end? Oh, sorry, Tim. I saw, like, just as I was exiting Hearthstone, man, that you sent across a few messages. I was, like, you know, just doing arena around the corner of my eye, not paying too much attention. I've had, I don't know, like a relatively, I wanted to take a little bit of time just to chill this week. January is a very terrible time to do YouTube. Like, it's just absolutely awful for content creators, because after December, man, it's like you're getting paid like a fourth of the stuff. So, you know, spend a lot of time like working on guides and like really big stuff that I want to release. It's a little bit demotivating to a certain extent. It's like, oh, you know, if I'd released this video in December, I would have got 4 times the amount of cash on it. So I guess that's not all that motivates me, but as somebody that does this, you know, primarily as a business and also for the daily shits and giggles, it does have a somewhat detriment to the motivation to sit down for 12 hours every day and grind out in the Salt Fiesta, man. The hat should say, hey, it says Spider-Gwen, but I have my camera inversed. I was wearing this hat all the time in New York Comic Con. Actually, got it, I think it was like the second day of New York Comic Con. So yeah, it was pretty fantastic, man. I look incredibly stupid in this hat, but in general, I'm incredibly stupid, so it suits me quite well, my friend. It suits me quite well. Yeah, I want to continue doing Champion of the Day, David. I really enjoyed that series. I've been having a little bit of a think, though. Like, after the whole, what was it? Like, you know, Shane Hoffman drama, if you even want to call it that. I was thinking about, like, how I view Marvel Contest of Champions and how I can, like, accurately convey that to people. And what's the best way to categorize characters, and, you know, what's the... Because everybody seems to, you know, now that, like, this is going to sound very big-headed, but now that I'm the big YouTuber, the one with, like, 100k subs, everything that I say gets picked apart very aggressively. And the tier list, it's not a very good way to... It's always been a very rough way to describe kind of the value of champions and how I perceive characters, because Marvel Contest of Champions is such an incredibly complicated game in terms of the matchups and various scenarios. There are hundreds, thousands of potential different matchups, and various nodes can, you know, either make a champion super viable or completely, like, gimp and remove that champion from the matchup altogether. So, something like a tier list, while it does serve a very, very basic function, I think the problem in the community at the moment is that everybody takes, if I say a champion is god tier, or a champion is not god tier, if even I say a champion's demi-god tier, and that champion maybe has like 1 or 2 really, really good matchups, then like a ton of videos will come forward, and some of them might just be shitposting, but some of them might be like deadly serious, be like, Cian, this champion isn't god tier, it's great for this one fight, like Loki, he's amazing for fighting the final 5.4 Ultron, why isn't he god tier? He's the best champion in game. So I'm thinking about, like, you know, how do I wanna handle that? How do I wanna convey that information moving forward? It's people, man, taking these tier lists, man, way too much to heart. And I think to myself as well, you know, I need to ease it a little bit up on the serious, man. Yo, what is up? The real Relly Crad, bro. I have not seen you around the streams before, my friend, but you've come in, you've dropped a super chat. I must massively appreciate that, my friend. Thank you very much, The Real. Appreciate that. And also, Jared, thank you very much for the super chat today. Let's get your boy, The Real Relly Crad, right at the top of the stream today, man. Thank you very much for your donation, bro. Coming in, dropping super chats. Oh, man. I can appreciate that for days. All right, let's get you right up there at the top. Have a little glance over chat. All need to center this a little bit as well. Yeah, that's not too bad. See, let me touch your hair, please. I'm going to very politely decline that offer. But, you know, I appreciate you putting it forward. See, when is the next update? Like the big next Marvel Contest of Champions update? Probably at the start of next month, my friend. Hey, see, I ranked up my Iceman to 550 and he's a killer. Oh, congratulations, bro. Yeah, Iceman is very, very nice. How do I feel about the new offer? The new offer is very good if you need mastery cores and have money. So yeah, those are the 2 scenarios where it's quite good. Am I going to Legacy in his new alliance? No, man. I'm gonna let Omni. They can do their thing, man. I'm just gonna be here in ISO 8D slamming ass. Yo, what is up, my boy Camp ENT? I mean, I'm always a little bit of a, you know, a bad man or bad boy mood. But especially today, man, the cap, you know, indicates that I have a certain swagger about my person today. The thumbnails on Champion of the Day are looking good. See, and thank you very much, Nick. Like, the plan is, well, the plan has been over the last month to, so I wanted to, because basically, Marvel Contest of Champions on YouTube got to a certain point where about, I wouldn't say, like, not a lot of the big YouTubers, but a lot of smaller ones were pretty much trying to do my thumbnails, like copy them exactly, so you know it would be a misleading click and their videos would get views. So I've tried to, and I continue to try on certain stuff to move my thumbnail design in a very like distinct and unique way, so that people, you know, if people start copying it, then I can just be like, okay, like, you know, I've recently started doing this. I followed your channel for this long, and you know, you started doing this when I started doing this, and now you're doing this when I'm doing this. And dude, I see your game, man, but like, build your own brand, get your own designs. Stop trying to leech off, you know, misleading clicks, fam. That's what I'm all about. Quick shot, I did not know about that 26% attack synergy team before today. How does it function and where does all the attack come from? I'm a little bit curious because I don't have a 5-star yellow jacket. But it's something that I did want to check, man. I did want to check. Me mastery deal sounds great, seeing it and have money. That's the one as well, Isha. Always the pain. Always the pain. Hello, Seaton. How's it going? Yo, what is up, Folga? It ain't going too bad today. Ain't going too bad. We're just swagging out, getting back into the groove. Because there's, oh, I don't know. I feel very, as a part of me, I've spent a lot of day watching just a variety of YouTube channels and playing, you know, just watching a little bit more of the mainstream stuff. Because, I don't know, I want to, you know, I've been talking about it for a while. I'm very, very keen to do a second channel, which I've already created and got set up. But I'm just trying to get a little bit more inspired and get a little bit more of an idea of the landscape of YouTube at the moment in the more general mainstream stuff. So yeah, I've just been watching a shit ton of YouTube today, or as I should call it, market research. Is that some sort of term that justifies? Yeah, let's use the term market research to spend the majority of my day binge watching YouTube. But aside from that, also it was my girlfriend's birthday yesterday evening. That's why there was only one upload yesterday, because I didn't really want to get into work mode. So the thing that I have, right, as somebody that when starting my YouTube channel, I had a very, very long amount of time. I'll probably say that the best part of a year where I literally would sit in my parents' garden or my bedroom every single day and just play Marvel Contest of Champions all day, every day. And when you're in that mode and you get like properly into work mode, now you know, I'm chilling with a bay, man. Sometimes I find it a little bit difficult to like get out of work mode and disconnect from stuff like Twitter, Reddit, the YouTube comments, like Facebook. Like there's always so much conversation going on. So, you know, if it's a special occasion like my girlfriend's birthday, I didn't want to get like into too many like discussions about Marvel Contest of Champions that day, and have too many videos, because, you know, once you put up a video, like, oh god, it's very, in some ways, a little bit addicting to go and just, you know, like, whip up the YouTube app and see what people are saying and stuff. And, oh, it's crazy, man. Like, once I got to 10,000 subscribers, and was looking at all the comments and stuff, I was like, oh god, there's no way I'm going to be able to reply to all of this and read it all. And when you get to like 100k, man, it's just insane. Like, there's so much noise, so much conversation coming through constantly on like many different channels. And it can be, at sometimes, like, I love it when I'm like properly in the zone and like I'm sat at my desk. But, you know, when I'm like out with a girlfriend or out with the lads or just chilling with my mates, like, it sometimes becomes a little bit difficult to like pull away from that, if that makes sense. So it's just one of the things that I'm trying to get a little bit better at doing recently is, you know, when I'm like in the studio, in the zone, like, I like to read everything and try and get involved as much as possible. But when I'm out, it's I'm just trying to, you know, figure out how to switch off from it sometimes, man. So yeah. What's that? Hey, what planned for the day after tomorrow? Are you referring to my birthday? It's my birthday so soon, isn't it, man? Yeah. So my birthday, which is, yeah, on the Wednesday, my lady's taking me out for dinner, man. We booked a pretty nice restaurant, got that going on. But aside from that, not too much. I've got to the point, you know, I'm going to be 23 this year, and after, like, 22... I don't know, I just didn't really care about my birthday too much, and I really don't care about it at all this year. Like, I have very limited inclination for my birthday, and I think it's the problem with having, like, a birthday, like, less than a month after Christmas, is like, oh man, January's just, it's like not a good time to have a birthday in January. Because, you know, everyone just doesn't want to really do anything. Everyone's broke from Christmas. So, oh man, it's just not the best time. So yeah, I don't really care. Like, I'm going to have some really sick trips this year and do some really cool stuff. So yeah, I'll celebrate it then. Yo, what is up, Nelson? Thank you very much, man. Yo, my weekend was sick, bro. I had a really good weekend. I went out drinking on Friday and met like a lot of my girlfriend's like extended friendship group, and it's like the first time I've been out and kind of met a big group of new people in quite a while, and it was weird. It's weird because, you know, like it usually comes up quite quick in conversation that people are like, oh, you know, I heard that you're a YouTuber. And I don't really know how to talk about myself as a YouTuber, because it seems, I feel like I'm being so vain half the time. They're like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I just kind of, you know, sit in my parents' garden, I play mobile video games all day, and some people find me slightly amusing enough to smash that like button and keep watching my content and awful evening live streams. So, you know, it's not too bad. It's not a bad deal. Treat yourself to an opening for your birthday. There's not really much I want to open, to be honest. Like, I'm not really overly fussed about the Void and Sentry crystals either. Mainly because the Void and Sentry crystals have Sentry in, and he's just wank. So I think I'd rather wait for like the next character and Void before doing a crystal opening. So yeah, I'm just not that fussed. And again, going back to the like point that we were talking about earlier about January being like a dog shit month for doing YouTube as a business. Like, just, man, it's terrible. Like, you can't really make the money back on the crystal openings in January. So yeah, I don't want to spend a lot of money for Sentry, essentially. That's pretty much it. See, and what's with the hat? Well, son, you'll know that I'm 100% swag and should answer all of your questions, hopefully. Thank you very much, Nelson. I appreciate that, man. Dude, big up. Thank you very much for it. You want up yourself as the blubbery well of the day. Let's get you up there, my boy. Right, there we go. Void is really good, though. I do very much agree with that, Elias. Void is a very, very good character. I don't know. There's a part of me I quite like Void. He has his good uses, like very niche uses in the right matchups, but I think for general play, I don't think Void is that great for the larger majority of fights, or the champion that you want to play generally while you're questing, just because he is very slow on the ramp up. But he does have, you know, I cannot argue that he is phenomenal for any fight where healing, by far the best option in my opinion, for dealing with like those big healing fights, and Mephistos he's amazing against. But just your kind of like average general quest clearing trash fights, I don't know, man. He's not really a champion that I'd play just because he's got such a slow ramp up. So yeah, I'm not really inclined or don't feel very motivated to go for the 5-star version of him. So I'm going to wait a little bit more, but I really like his addition to the game. I think he's a super, super good character and significantly a lot better than Sentry. But I think in terms of my tier list and how I perceive the character, I think I kind of see Void as a demigod tier champion. Like, I think he's amazing and by far the best option in a very, like, it's not even a small amount, it's a moderate amount of niche matchups. But overall, I don't really think he has quite what it takes, just in my view and my opinion, and that's what my tier list is based off. Just kind of, you know, put that out there. You can think Void's a god tier champion, that's alright, but I don't think he's quite up there personally. What is up, Charis? Thank you very much for the super chat there, man. I appreciate it. Big up to man like Charis, dropping the $5 there. Thank you very much. Can I explain why January is not a good month for making YouTube videos? I mean, it's mainly to do with the, you know, YouTube as a business and doing it full-time in December, because everybody is buying products in the lead up to Christmas. People are very susceptible to, you know, marketing and, like, ads and stuff popping up, being like, oh, I could get this from my cousin Jimmy. But when it comes to January, like, everyone's friggin' broke, son. Everyone's friggin' broke. No one's got that money to spend on big advertising campaigns, and nobody, you know, people are less inclined to buy stuff in January. But then, you know, in terms of how the marketing cycle works, once we get to, what is it, like March, April, stuff starts building up for the summer, loads of big stuff to advertise in the summer, and then, yeah, it's generally good. That's the thing with YouTube, like, as a business, it's great for 9 months of the year, and it's a little bit demotivating for 3 months of the year. But hey, man, pros and cons, that's what you do, the sacrifices you make when you play mobile video games in your parents' garden all day. Thank you very much, Al Capone, as well. Kevin, I'm glad you're enjoying the look, my friend. You actually have a cousin called Jimmy. Probably didn't give the best explanation there, but, you know, that's to give you a rough idea. Yo, what's up, my boy Steven Addison? Thank you very much for the super chat, man. Happy birthday, buddy. I've been watching some of your old Labyrinth of Legends runs to keep me occupied throughout the day. Oh, man. Those, if I remember correctly, those are some very, very salty runs, man. I think, yeah, there was a colorful assortment of language constantly bombarded at the, whoever I was fighting. But yeah, man, I remember Labyrinth 100%. It was a massive pain in the ass, but I'm glad you have watched the videos videos and you enjoyed them, Steven Anderson, and hopefully, you know, they help prepare you if you're going for 100% Labyrinth in the near future. Let's say I have the baddest luck ever, and I won't get Blade next month. Would you wail out again when they come back with the Blade Greater Crystals? I think the Blade Crystals will return before Blade does, but actually I think there might be 4 Ragnarok ones coming slightly after the release of the 5-star version of Blade. So yeah, I might wail out for them in like a very last-ditched attempt, but if I miss Blade, I'm probably going to be incredibly pissed off. Very, very pissed off. But we'll see, man. I don't know. I feel like there's a part of me that's like, if it's going to happen to anyone, like, it's got to happen to your boy, man. It's got to happen to your boy. But I'm sure if it does, then it's going to be a very quotable moment for Marvel Contest of Champions history. YouTube full-time review, pros and cons. I mean, I know a lot about the pros and cons of YouTube full-time. The biggest con, in my opinion, I loved going into... The thing that I missed the most about my previous job is the people, man. I loved the team that I had back in my old job. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. It was constant banter all day, every day. So yeah, I don't know, there's a part of me that really misses, like, you know, working as part of a team to kind of build something, but I don't know, if that's maybe something that I want to do a little bit down the line. I don't know. I'm having to think about exactly. Oh God, I'm so getting so mushy. But generally speaking, you know, there's always a lot to consider, man. Always a lot to consider moving forward. Right. Okay. I need to do what is it? Just burn a little bit of my energy. Maybe move toward this Master Mode Void. I might get a kill on Master Mode Void in this one, actually. Do I want Mephisto? I don't really need Mephisto here. I think this is probably the best team that we can go with. Elektra wouldn't be too bad to bring, but you know, we'll move along with these. Seeing I got a fully formed T4 Mutant CC from Mat-Free Crystals. Feeling so lucky. Oh, Sam, congratulations on that, man. Is Sentry an amazing tier? Sentry is in the ass tier. He is not a very good character. So yeah, I'm just incredibly disappointed. I mean, there are a lot of very, very bad champions. I mean, Karnak, for example, hits significantly harder than Sentry. And if, yeah, that doesn't answer your question, hopefully, well, you can just watch some Sentry videos out there, but Sentry is in a very, very low tier. But I think I want to do like an updated tier list at some point. But I need to try and put across a few points at the start of the video that is just kind of my perspective on the game. And my perspective, it can be influenced, it can be changed. But it needs to be a pretty banging video and some pretty strong arguments to bring it to the table. Right, hey, not too bad, lads, not too bad. In a way, you could say we are your team now. I definitely could, but I feel like there's that... Oh, God, it's weird, because, like, as soon as, you know, the computer... How do I explain this? Like, even though I feel like when I'm on the stream, Captain Bay, I see like everyone in chat and it's like the squad is here, right? But as soon as like the live stream goes off, then oh, what's this? I'm in a shed in my parents' garden making YouTube videos by myself. That's the existential crisis that it's in. And I'm like, oh man, I miss the people that I used to work with. Like they were a really great bunch, man. So I can definitely see that perspective, but as somebody that does this all day, every day, man, I can tell you it's not quite the same. But I feel like, you know, the MCOC community is a massive, it's a massive family, man. We have our arguments, we have our fights, but at the end of the day, we can all come together to shit on Kabam. And that's what we do when we play MCOC. We come together, we make some memes, we shitpost 24/7, and that's just the way it is, boy. See, a new tier list could be dangerous. You will have to face the Blade versus Starkey debate. I mean, that one's pretty easy to do. I mean, both of the champions have scenarios, which they're good in. I guess we could do, like, more... I think that's what people want to see a little bit more of, maybe, is, like, champion comparison videos the ones that are a little bit more relevant. I think like Snarky versus Star-Lord is a bit more of a heated debate, so that's an interesting one. But Nelson Smith coming in fierce with that additional $5 super chat, getting that blubberiest whale super chat up to $20, ladies and gentlemen. We have your boy Nelson blubbering at the top there. Big up to my guy Nelson, and also Jared chucking another super chat my way. All my life, I just pulled a 4-star Phoenix from a PHC. Also, how do I feel about the possible Luke and Red Hulk buff? I still can't get on the beta. I still cannot access the server. From what I've seen, the buffs look very, very interesting. I haven't looked too much at the Red Hulk one, but the Luke Cage one, seems super, super cool. I just wish that I could get on beta and do some videos about it, but it's still not working. It's still not connecting for me. So yeah, interesting. Am I having a mid-YouTube life crisis? I think it's just like, especially in January is the time where, you know, I've taken a bit of a step back. I'm thinking about, you know, how it all works and how we move forward and what kind of content I want to make. But that's the thing, like, you know, you gotta take a step back and think about this stuff sometimes. So yeah, I think this is probably my, I would say, like, I probably have a YouTube crisis. I think 1 week every, like, 3 months, and I think this has definitely been this this last week, where I'm like, oh man, you know, what content should I be making? What do I want to do? And I think, you know, the ultimate thing is I just want to make more content that is just an incredibly shitty attempt at being funny. Like, I really like those videos, and those are videos that I can, you know, I significantly enjoy making. Because I love seeing the reaction, man. It's my favorite thing, just seeing all the comments and memes and goofs and gaffs. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still kind of figuring it all out, dude. Right, let's dodge that one. And I think did we have another super chat? Did I miss a super chat anywhere? Let's have a look, man. Oh no, I got them all, boys. I got them all. Yeah, big up to Jared for that last one. How do I rate Void? Yeah, my opinion, in terms of my tier list, Void comes in, I think, a demigod tier, but he's a very high demigod tier. And then, you know, there are scenarios where I think Void is the best overall champion for dealing with Mephisto in the wider majority of scenarios. So yeah, I really, really like him. But you could argue, I guess that Blade in short-term Mephistos has a little bit more damage, but for the really big beefy ones, Void also helps shut down the power gain. So I think Void is going to be, if people have really stacked Voids and Mephisto becomes a popular end Alliance War boss, which, to be honest, I'm still seeing like Dormammu's. I'm only seeing Dormammu's and MODOKs, at least in my tier 1 Alliance Wars that I'm doing at the moment. Because MODOK, man, he is one son of a bitch to fight. Like, fuck MODOK. That is my personal policy. Ah, yes, Toby. I want to get around to that in the near future, man. An updated Alliance War Defense tier list video. I feel like I'm not too sure if a tier list is relevant anymore for Alliance War Defense. I'm not too sure if the video should be something like top 10 Alliance War Defenders, or I'm not too sure. I don't know. I'm thinking about how I convey information. I don't know, man. Don't know. I think a tier list, I don't know, it still has some relevance, but there's also a lot of stuff to do with Alliance War that is very relevant to, you know, matching the right champions with the right nodes to make them, like, properly, like, oh, fuck, this champion fights. And that's what you really need for Alliance War. You need every single fight to be like, oh, that fight was a pain in the ass. That is your objective as somebody placing, is you need to make everyone hate all of your defenders. And I think the Alliance War meta might shift a little bit. I think people might use some more surprise-based champions once, because they're making the change so that you can no longer see who you're fighting. So I'm not too sure if that's going to bring characters like maybe Abomination or Morningstar into the mix a little bit more. But maybe not Abomination too much. But I'm not too sure about Morningstar. Because Morningstar, you know, if you bring the wrong matchup to her, well, to be honest, any Mystic, Blade's still going to wreck a Morningstar, so I guess it doesn't matter a huge amount. And, like, I imagine, like, God, in a month and a half, man, everyone and their mum and their dad and their entire family is going to have a 5-star blade. MCOC is so annoying on stun immune, not too sure how to handle him. I think it's either Blade or Black Widow. Black Widow seems like a relatively effective option if you have her at dupe level 99. But still, it's not guaranteed. You're not guaranteed to bypass the auto block. So you got to play very, very well. Who do I think is better, Archangel or Iceman? Depends on the scenario. If it can be bleed and poisoned, then Archangel is generally the better champion. But if they're bleed or poison immune, then Iceman for the win. But then again, you know, Iceman, he has additional utility advantages, like the poison, bleed, incinerate immunity, and simultaneously, what else does Iceman bring to the table? Like, well, it's really like the special free absorb in comparison to Archangel, because they can both like fully negate evade via neurotoxin on Archangel and the special one on Iceman. So yeah, don't know. But if it can bleed and poison, generally Archangel is better, but depends on the matchup, man. There's a lot. Hey, what's up, Dooley Ray? Hope you're doing well. Better overall champion, Medusa or Void? Oh gosh, that is a tough one. That is a very tough one. I'd say, like, it really depends. It depends so much on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to kill a Mephisto, Void's better. If you're trying to do like 100% Labyrinth of Legends, Medusa would be significantly better. But yeah, I guess it's hard to compare those two. They're both very, very different characters. Cena, I finally found an active live stream. I'm glad to be here, bro. Thank you very much, Ray. Appreciate that. Right, we got Master Mode Void. Is Hawkeye going to be our boy? Are we going to be able to one-shot this Master Mode Void? Have I gotten good enough at this video game? I think the answer is probably no. Clinton, Be More Chill, what's your favorite song? Bro, what do I like? Oh, gosh, I'm not too sure. I really like, friggin', what is it? Michael in the Bathroom's pretty good. What's my favorite one? I really like the intro, man. The intro to Be More Chill is great. Sorry, I don't really know how we got to talking about musicals here, but Be More Chill is a fantastic musical. I highly rate it. Come on. Let's get it done, son. Let's get this Void boy in the bin. Best player worldwide. 1000% confirmed. Oh no! Dude, use your special too, man. What an absolute asshole. Oh! Dude, what a dig move. Okay, we got this. Boys, I believe the kids nowadays would have referred to that as a clutch one-shot. And I will throw in the comment of not too bad. Not too bad at all. So yeah, that went okay. And that deal is completely awful. So let's go ahead and dismiss that one. And return to the soul-crushing treadmill that is Arena. Let's get involved, boys. What's that? I put up 8.2 million last round and my roster isn't developed and I was playing every refresh from morning to night. Damn, Light Prince. That is, it surprised me a little bit that Starkanaut Spider-Man went for, I believe it's just under 6 million in the end, because I thought he was going to be the first champion to surpass 7 million, but then I sat down and thought about some of the reasons why he might have been a little bit lower. You know, the fact that his 5-star featured crystal wasn't that long ago, and a lot of people saved up an insane amount for Starkanaut Spider-Man, so a lot of people in the end game managed to get the 5-star version, and also like the $1 crystal and the increased availability of 4-star shards in the last few months. So I think there are a lot of factors that kind of like pulled down that Stark Spider-Man cutoff from what it could have been. But yeah, I'm interested to see where Blade lands, man. I think Blade's going to be quite an interesting champion, and we just want Alliance War on this. Not too bad, lads. Not too bad. Also, I need to update, what is it? Nelson's Blubbery Whale by $2, man. 22 up there. Clutch one shot, not too bad. You damn well know it, Owen. You damn well know it. Can I make another conspiracy? I mean, I have many conspiracy videos, which are all entirely true. Like, my favorite one at the moment is that Kabam gave every single YouTuber Void early so that they would forget and stop talking about the featured 5-star crystals, and the ones that already hadn't would be too distracted by Void to make videos on the update to featured 5-star crystals. And for about half the YouTubers, it worked. I mean, like, I remember hearing that some people were going to make videos, man. They got Void. No videos. No videos. Just stop talking about it. It's too busy playing around and testing their voids. So yeah, that's my favorite little conspiracy that I have, which I believe to be entirely true. But seriously, fuck the new 5-star featured crystal update, man. Big time. Big time. It is such a dick in the rear end to endgame players in MCOC that don't have absurdly blubbery wallets. Have you missed me, Sea Man of Grind Sweat? I mean, I wouldn't say I'm Sea Man of Grind Sweat. I'd say that's more maybe Brian Grant or Legacy's title, but Daddy Dank Memes OS. Welcome, welcome, man. It's good to have you today, man. Cian, Sentry is not that bad in some scenarios. He could put up some decent damage, sometimes insane damage. Well, I don't really believe you. If you do a video and you can prove to me against a scenario where it matters, so something quite large, for example, like Realm of Legends, Captain Marvel, let's use that as the benchmark, big old boss blubbery fight. But I tend to find that when it comes to the longer fights of Sentry, the RNG kind of it averages itself out, and the complete wankness of the character tends to surface. From what I've seen in some of the longer fights, he doesn't really seem even close to good. So yeah, I'm happy for you to convince me, but like, do it in video form. Because like you just saying on live stream, Sentry's good, is very contrary to absolutely every single video I've seen on Sentry so far. But I can imagine if you're playing it off the scenario of I got really, really lucky and got 3 procs in a row in a duel that I had, where I already had 5 stacks of Reality Warp. I can understand in that scenario how he might appear to be a good champion, but I would say for the majority of fights, when he can really... Oh gosh, are we gonna get fucked? Oh no, this isn't looking good. I should not have pushed him to a special free. Gonna get stunned for 4 seconds now. My bleed is not strong enough. I've got 1 stack of neurotoxin. Venom Pool is 100% dead. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, yes, I'm dead. I'm definitely dead after this. Well, RIP Venom Pool. That was kind of me, though, because I played like shit, but not too bad, boys. Not too bad. 7 tries for Blade or risk 1 for Void. Definitely safer Blade, my friend. Every try counts. So somebody that went 6 tries last time, and I was like, I'm definitely gonna get Blade. And to be honest, if you need to see a perfect case study of how even 8 tries at a specific champion cannot get that champion, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Anonymous 2K in chat right now. And if you want to check out his video to see his 8 tries for Iceman, I believe, or 7 or 8 tries. Yeah, you can see how it can go wrong, my friends. So my advice is don't take a try at Void, everything for Blade. Because I don't think Void, for the larger majority of people, is really a great character to go for. I think there's going to be better in the future. But hey, I don't know, he's not bad at all. Depends what his prestige is as a 5-star as well for a lot of that, the big old whales, man. Ooh, will be the Hyperion Sports Commentator. That's the one where we got super, super lucky, isn't it? Oh, that one was quite fun, man. I enjoyed that. Like, that was an insane live stream. Really, really good time. So I think Gladiator Hulk will be a better champion than OG Hulk. I would imagine if they want to sell a lot of copies of that champion, he probably will be. Medusa or Hela, rank 4 5-star. I don't know, Medusa, as far as I'm aware, Hela still has that synergy with, what are the champions? I think it's like but Black Bolt and, I think it's just a lot of Black Bolts and Ronins. Where you can increase her fury and get up to an insane amount of stacks. I believe that actually still to this day is in the game, where you can just have like ridiculous damage in Labyrinth of Legends. I might be wrong about that, but yeah, in that case, then Hela is a little bit over Medusa, generally speaking, but I don't know how that hasn't been fixed if it's still in the game at the moment. But I don't know if it's intended or not, but there have been loads of videos about it. Yeah, I saw Dave's Medusa opening, man. I felt so bad. Like, Dave got properly shat on in his Medusa opening. So yeah, man, hashtag pray for dork lessons right there. Oh, thank you very much, Moon. Appreciate that. Is Archangel a good option for Maestro in Act 4? Yeah. Well, I mean, anything's really a good option for Maestro. He's very easy to kill in Act 4. Oh, he had a total of 8 tries. I thought it was only 6 in the initial video. Bro, that is, yeah, that's gutting. That's why I say, because I've had a lot of that, like, oh, should I go for 1 try at Void? No, boys, save every try for Blade. Because I know this firsthand. I went for 1 try to awaken my Iceman, because I got Iceman, and then I was like, okay, 1 more won't hurt, like, it won't take away from me getting Blade. But then if you get Void, that is your, you know, theoretically, like, your... the featured crystal that would have got you the champion, and theoretically last year I used the one that would have got me Blade. Again, it doesn't work exactly like that, but that's just the way that I like to think about it. You know, I used the crystal where I awakened my Iceman, but I could have pulled a Blade instead, and that wasn't the best decision. But obviously, hindsight, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wonderful thing. It's a fantastic thing. Hashtag buff sentry. I'm definitely on board on that one. Well, Milkers Alliance looking pretty lit right now. Oh, we have a good squad over here, man. Some really great players. Been doing a couple of days of map 5. I've been doing like map 5 on 2 accounts, man. Crazy grind. Do you think they'll drop the percentage on Blade because so many are going for him? I imagine there's going to be community polls on Reddit, and I think what I want to encourage is as many people as possible to participate in those polls, so that if we notice anything unusually low about the drop rate for Blade, then we can be like, you know, if instead of like, because it's previously, it's between like 20 and 25% when there are polls for other champions and crystal opening videos on a really big scale. So yeah, if the poll, like, is something very fishy, like 5 to 10% of people get Blade, then yeah, obviously, your boy, he's gonna call some shit out, man, rattle the cage a little bit, but I don't know, I don't think they'll mess with drop rates for Blade. But I reckon there is going to be a champion coming up, definitely in the next 6 months, which is going to be like, the ability of this champion is going to be like, fuck you, Blade. I imagine it's going to be something along the lines of like, a champion that is maybe a really powerful mutant that has like an ability like, you know, inhuman or mutant abilities, with this character, render champions that just, you know, mere mortals or skill champions like completely useless and like reduce ability accuracy by 100%. You know, a champion that like, just like is like, fuck you, Blade, and you know, creates, just moves the game forward a little bit. So I reckon there's going to be something like that. But we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. I mean, for the moment, Blade he's the counter to all of the BS. How do you evade Maestro's special? God, it's difficult, man. You look at that. Look at the hands. Look at the hands and the chest. It's got 1 beam, 2 beam. I just watch a lot of videos on it, man. Just get used to the special timing, and then replicate it. I mean, you can see exactly for yourself if you YouTube Labyrinth of Legends Maestro. When's the Camberley meetup? MCOC Camberley meetup. I didn't know we had many Camberley players here, Dover. Are you from Camberley as well? Big up the Camberley boys in chat today. Anybody from the south of England, the southern squad, can we get some repping in chat right now? Exactly. Reduces ability accuracy. I don't know. There'll be something that's either like fuck you skill or fuck you vampire champions. Something like that, man. It could be Sabretooth, you know, or it could be what other mutants were there? Like Bishop. Bishop might be the character. I don't know. We'll have to see, man. Yo, what is up, huh? I finally did Labyrinth with your rank 5 blade, bro. Oh my gosh, I imagine that was insane against Maestro. You're right. I now stand by that the Collector in 5.2 is the hardest fight in the game, as he is an outer tag. I think the Collector's just the most like, it's the most like blatant. Well, Maestro, if you bring a tech champion, there's a lot of like blatantly just like, fuck you, you can't do anything, you're gonna have to die. And the Collector has a lot of that as well. But yeah, I can imagine going into the Maestro with a skill champion, I imagine wasn't too bad at all. But doing it with a Star-Lord, man, it's just, oh gosh. It's a big RNG fiesta on that fight. Okay, I know if I push to the special free, she's going to activate it. So we're going to go in for the gamble, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, let's get crits, crits, crits. Ah, not too bad, boys. Not too bad. It's probably been said, but this is one of the only times I've seen Seaton wear a hat. Oh man, you haven't been following the channel enough. Used to whip out the tinfoil hat all day, every day. High Wycombe represented. Oh man, big up High Wycombe. Am I Jay Jolie's boyfriend? No, man, I'm not going out with Jay Jolie. I know everyone was shipping that last summer, but nah, Jade's a good friend, man. Am I trying to grind Stark Spidey? Not on this account. I'm not overly fussed. I'm just getting in the pool to, you know, give more players the opportunity to potentially obtain Stark Knight Spider-Man, while also farming units for my Act 5 push, which, don't know, we might do tomorrow. Camp ENT, are you about tomorrow evening, bro? Like, what's your schedule looking like? Wanna get you on the live stream, man, for the Act 5 completion push. We need to have some more some more action from the #1 live stream commentator worldwide. What? Oh, did I miss something there? The newest Uprising Star / signing. What's that? What did I miss, man? Gosh, I'm totally out of the loop there, Owen. What are you referring to, man? You're gonna need to be more specific. I'm out. Do I ever use Ultron? Occasionally, man. Occasionally. Ultron's good. He's a very good option for a lot of stuff, but I find when you have a Ghost Rider or an Iceman, I don't really use Ultron too much. Generally prefer playing those champions in a lot of scenarios over Ultron. But Ultron's good. He's a very good champion to have, especially for newer players. I'm around, bro. Oh, perfect, Camp. I'm looking forward to that. Hey, what's up, Hyperion Destroyer? Thank you very much for the congratulations on 100,000 subscribers. It's all good, bro. It's all good, and congratulations on your 4-star Punisher. So you can get those subs faster than I'm duping Luke Cage. I know we're almost at, what is it, 100,000? 103,000? Oh gosh, numbers are incredibly difficult, ladies and gentlemen. Incredibly difficult. Right, let's go for Wolverine, Kamala Khan, and Black Bolt. Let's load those boys up. When is Blade going to be in the featured in Arena? How long is it? It's still quite a while. It's still a good... yeah, it's quite a while. Quite some time. I think it's going to be some point... Does anybody have the date? I don't know the date off the top of my head. But I'm sure somebody in chat is going to have the date at some point. Oh, that's got to be it. Camp ENT. He's the greatest YouTuber, man. I've said it. Massively, massively underrated. I'm bigging up, I'm hyping your boy Camp ENT, one of my favorite Marvel Contest of Champions YouTubers to watch. The man, he keeps it real, ladies and gentlemen. It's raw OG-ness. How is Void good to be used on defense? I do not think he's going to be a very good defender, Evan. Like, he's quite easy to fight once you know how to fight him, and plus, you know, it's going to be a Blade Fiesta in Alliance War. Blade is going to cut through a Void, so yeah, I wouldn't say that. I don't really see any scenario where Void is going to be a good Alliance War defender. Right, okay, let's bait out the special 2, and then I do not really know the plan after this. Oh, well, crap, we took some hits there. Okay, well, I guess we don't bait out the special 2. Maybe we go in with our own special 2, and hopefully we get the stun. Yeah, put that Medusa in the bin, that's how you deal with it. Black Bolt, #1 Medusa, counter worldwide, 100% confirmed. So yeah, not too bad. Someone else seeing why I didn't get the early Void Crystals in the unit store. I felt very... You know, I always like to vote with my wallet on... depending on, like, how good Kabam are being at the moment. So I didn't get any Archangel Crystals. I didn't get the early access Sentry and Void Crystals. And I probably won't be buying Void Crystals. Because, you know, at the moment, I am still quite pissed off about the changes to the 5-star feature crystals. Like, I think it's a massive cash grab, and I want to demonstrate that, you know, I see that, and also I don't want to throw too much money about it. So yeah, Kabam, if you do happen to be tuning into the live stream today, you probably already know this, but your update to 5-star feature crystals, as has been said many times, is absolute wank, and definitely will only aid the divide in terms of people that can, you know, throw a chuck an insane amount of money in the game, and people that can't. I think it's rubbish, man. I think it's rubbish. So yeah, not a huge fan of that. Does Black Widow, Hawkeye, and Quake synergy make Black Widow having 100% ability accuracy reduction? I don't believe it does. I mean, as far as I can remember, that was one of the first things that was tested after the 12.0 update. And I haven't tested it in a very, very long time because Black Widow hasn't been very, very relevant in a long time. But I don't believe it does. But it's something that I maybe need to go and test again. Just to double check and make sure, because there were some people making the claim that it does, but I don't believe it does, because it just increases ability accuracy. That's the description of it. So it will increase stuff like I actually don't really know the function of it. You know, that I didn't really find a good use for it ever. I can only really see it being used for, you know, getting more procs on certain characters, which could be useful if you wanted to, like, maximize the regeneration on a champion like Wolverine. But yeah, I don't really understand its functionality. But if anybody has any good uses, I mean, now's the time to bring them forward. Oh no, please do not wreck me. Okay, we're good, boys. We are good. Yo! What is up, my boy Road Scholar Comics? Dude! Right, just had a crazy idea. Next time you make a Kabam this video, let me know. I will lay down some epic singing for it. Come up with something funny. Damn, that, you know, you got my creative cogs turning now, Road Scholar Comics. And, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know Road Scholar Comics, he is actually the #1 opera singer worldwide, 100% confirmed. I've actually made a tier list of opera singers, and God tier, you've got your boy Road Scholar Comics. Like, I've actually, this is legit, guys. You can check my Instagram. I've been to London. I've been to the Royal Majesty's Opera, the Queen's Opera, to see your boy, Road Scholar Comics, live in person. When he was in London, man, he invited me down. It's the craziest, coolest night I've ever had. First time I'm going to go see the opera, and then we're backstage to meet for the very first time, and then we went out for drinks for a little bit, and it was a sick night, boys. It was a very, very sick night. So yeah, when we need that opera verse on the Kabam diss track, we've got the #1 opera singer worldwide, man. He's right. He's chilling on the channel, and he is, quite frankly, one of the best guys out there, ladies and gentlemen. Just generally speaking, big up. So yeah, that was crazy, man. Very crazy. Like, the MCOC community, it's everywhere, man. It is everywhere. Managed to get Stark Spidey with a hero base of 34,000. Were you in the beginner bracket, Adrian? I imagine so, but regardless of that, congratulations, man. First lore push or Act 4 and 5? I would assume Act 5... I would say for the average person now, it makes a lot more sense to do Act 5. Do that 100% before you make your first Labyrinth push. So I think that is the generally the way to go about it, man. The Quake... Oh, that is actually a really, really good point about that. Can't do nothing for your son. The Quake, Hawkeye synergy greatly increases Archangel's bleed and poison procs. That is a very, very good point. Dude, thank you for opening my eyes to that. Like, a massive, massive appreciation for that, because that is an incredibly valid point about, like, pimping out your Archangel. So yeah, I like that one, man. I like that one. That is a great shout with the synergy there. It's all good, Road Scholar, man. It is all good. You're just genuinely one of the best guys I know. So I just got to return the love, man. I make beats. Let me produce that track. I mean, yesterday evening, like, while I was kind of waiting to, before I was getting ready to just spend a little bit of time with my lady for her birthday yesterday evening, I was just typing in, like, YouTube, like, diss track instrumentals and listening to a lot of stuff, and I was, ladies and gentlemen, freestyle Kabam diss. It was mainly stuff to do with Cyclops. It was mainly stuff to do with Cyclops and Sentry. That was all that was coming to my mind. But I'd love to do, like, a really, like, lit, like, Kabam diss track. Just mainly about this 5-star featured update. And a few other things as well. But I want to talk about all of the big issues. But, I don't know. I've got a little bit of talent, as I think I'm quite good at writing terrible rhymes, but I'm not very good at rapping. I don't have an insane talent for that. I can spit some bars all right. I can lay down sass, but you know, I'm definitely not on the level that, for example, like a rapper like Token or Eminem or Watsky is. I definitely don't have that God-given talent of being able to make anything I say sound like, you know, go over an amazing track. But, you know, maybe get your boy Camp ENT. Camp ENT, how do you feel about an MCOC diss track? We can make it a heavy grime beat as well. How do you feel about that, man? You could come on the track as well. Do you have much experience producing? Because obviously, being an incredibly pasty white, middle-class British boy, I have the perfect voice and persona for a grime MC. So yeah, I believe, you know, we can make that happen, my friend. We could make that happen. Let's cook then. I rap to, I'll give you some flows. I mean, just, I'm, like, if you ever find, like, a fire beat, send it my way. Tweet it my way, man. I'm very, very willing to give those a listen. Yeah, I feel like BZ has a lot more lyrical talent than I do, so I can write some good stuff, man. Yeah, that's very true, Quick Shot, as well. Let's do it, man. Oh, Camp, dude, I'll tell you what, man, like, fire up the wagon, mate. Come around tomorrow, and we'll make some sick grind beats all day. I have no idea how to make sick grind beats, but I'm sure, I feel like, you know, as you're experiencing a grime MC, you probably have significantly more knowledge than me, and I can learn some stuff, man. Can get good. Did I see your Datamine Twitch's pictures via Twitter DM? Expect Act 6 to have Tier 3 alphas. Yeah, I saw those, man. Is it just the T3 alpha ones? Is that what we're referring to? I feel like as MC from the UK, it only does it justice that, you know, I should produce a grind. It's got to be a grind beat, obviously. It needs to be very, very aggressive, very loud, and very cheeky as well. Very, very cheeky beat. That's what we're looking for, ladies and gentlemen. Do I want to go top my roster? Yeah. Actually, I'm going to do one sandbag match with Iceman and Star-Lord, and then I'm going to go top my roster and work down, and that should be pretty perfect. I reckon Scene can deliver the bars. Oh, Dover, I appreciate the belief, my friend. I appreciate the belief. Try using the song Little Swing. Tweet these at me. Like, I don't have a notepad at the moment. Like, but Twitter, man. Twitter's my notepad. So yeah, just just send them across, man. Okay, let's skip fighting the Drax. Sandbag with the Ronin, get him with the Iceman versus Gamora. Yeah, I believe I've seen it, unless there's anything else. I've seen the crystals and the T3 Alpha Otrix. Is there anything else aside from that? But you suck at intercepting. Oh gosh, I wish I had more musical talent, man. I'm just terrible when it comes to I can't make. I've tried making beats before, and I just don't really have much of a talent for it because I've never had somebody sit down and show me, and it just doesn't come to you naturally to me. But writing incredibly shitty lyrics does. See, I'm out right now. Gonna grind some more arena, then probably gonna come back to the stream if you're still live. We might be, we might not be. We'll see what's up. I'd love to do like a Sentry diss track, Kabam diss track, just diss tracks every day, man. I'm just saying, like, if anybody, because I have a lot of appreciation for anybody that's out there at the moment making sick beats. But if you ever have any friends or find like a sick beat that's like, you know, royalty free, or somebody's willing to sell it for a reasonable price and it's like a really, really good beat, tweet it my way, man. Make sure it has loads of British terms slang, of course, man, of course. Be the best MCOC tune. We gotta do it, Camp, we gotta do it. Do you know any like, Camp, do you either produce yourself or know anybody else that produces? I'm curious. I'm very curious. What I think of the Mastery Core deal? It's a pretty good deal if you got the cash to throw at it and you need Mastery Cores. Beg you to get the Analyzer in on the music video as well. I don't know. We'll see. It's a case of I have no idea exactly what it looks like at the moment. It's going to take, if we decide to go through with it, quite a bit of time to write and finesse. Because if like, I'm putting out a track nowadays, it needs to be a little bit of a banger, or just like quite amusing. I think quite amusing is probably what I'll go for. So we'll see what's up. Can I send? Yeah, over Twitter, Dean. Over Twitter, man. Tweet at me. Kabam diss track using the names of the characters. Oh, mate, we can. Dude, there's so much. There's so much wordplay within the confines of the Marvel universe, and all of the characters and their abilities and names, and Marvel Contest of Champions, all the terms, and just general like community banter, man. You know, there's a lot to explore. A lot to explore. What? Oh, Camp ENT. Dude, that is perfect, man. That is perfect. Because I remember you laying down that bar on Twitter, which I really, really liked in December, and it was something along the lines of, I'll hit a soldier in the winter with a cold shot and leave her brother in a chair like he's MODOK. It's Peng, man. It's a very Peng line. I don't think it was exactly that, but it was something along the lines of that. But I really like that one, man. That was good. That was super good. So yeah, I feel like, you know, with your ability to be a sick grime MC and make some beats, and my ability to enhance on terrible wordplay, we're gonna make the ultimate dream team combo right here. Listen to Roan, best diss track rapper in the world. Oh, I might have to give that a listen. I really like. Who I've been listening to recently? A lot of Token. Token's great, man. Oh, the ferocity behind that gentleman's voice. It's good, man. Laying down those bars. Yes, Anonymous 2K. I want a line in there about you, man. I definitely. We need to have a line in there about you, man. We need to have a line in there about you. I still love the Anonymous 2K memes. They are my favorite memes, and we wanna like revitalize that again. I'm not too sure what we could do. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have a look. We'll have a look. Something like that. Bring out the tinfoil hat. It's distant time. Obviously, if there is a music video to this, which if we decide to go through it, there will be a music video. And the music video will be so bad. It will be so terrible. It will be the worst thing you've ever watched, but it'll be so bad that it actually turns out being good. That's the plan. That is the plan. It's just gonna, like, fully embrace every single shitty stereotype. And we're going to have a great time with it, man. We're going to have a great time with it. Gotta wear that Spider-Gwen merch when I do the diss track. I can guarantee that if this diss track happens, in the video, the only way you'll be able to describe my appearance is that Seaton looks like a fucking pleb. That is the look that I will be going for. Because I am no means a serious rapper, and I will fully embrace the pleb within me to create the ultimate shitposting MCOC diss track. Every time I hate myself because I wailed out on a bad offer, I sing the song of Rod Stewart. Ah, what? Change the word sailing into whaling. Oh gosh, I do. Okay, you know, there is a lot of, like, I find a good, like, 90% of purchases in MCOC, I feel like are followed with immediate regret. You see it, like, the offer pop up, and then it sinks in, and you're like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. That was a bad decision. So it's just so tempting sometimes, man, especially like when they got you hooked on those T1 alphas, bro. I don't look like a pleb right now. Of course, I look like a pleb right now, but obviously the level of pleb in this theoretical video quick shot is going to be elevated, man. Like, I'm only like a good, I'd say on the pleb scale, I'm like a 4 or 5 at the moment. I'm nowhere near a 10, man. I'm nowhere near in, like, my full, like, Spider-Gwen costume with the Spider-Gwen bandana. I don't have a gold, you know, a large gold chain upon my necklace or rings. So yeah, there's a lot more stuff that I can do to update the, you know, upgrade the amount of pleb. And there might be multiple costumes, man. There might be multiple costumes. But yeah, Camp, bro, you should, I mean, you're not that far away, bro. We've talked about this in the past. We need to have a day where you come down, man, and you collaborate. We do some live streams. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I have nothing planned tomorrow, bro. If you're about and want to come down, I'm 100% down for that. But yeah, it depends, man. Depends what you got planned. So thoughts on the offer today? It's alright if you need mastery course and you have the cash for it. So yeah, you got that going on. Like getting drunk and looking for love on Tinder. Oh man, I met my current girlfriend on Tinder. Tinder's alright, and sometimes when you go in with the approach of like just like having a little bit of fun with Tinder, you know, you're not taking it overly seriously. You just throwing out some good banter. And yeah, you're not trying too hard, you know, just having a little bit of banter. It's a good time, man. Good time. Spider-Man chains? There could be Spider-Man chains. Who knows, man? Who knows? We'll have to see. You need some street education, though, Scully. I think you'll find that I'm very, very educated when it comes to the streets. I grew up on the streets of Frimley Green, and it was tough. It was tough on the streets of Frimley Green in Camberley, Surrey. We only had one convenience store that we could buy bread and milk from. And let me tell you, sometimes it was quite cold to walk to that convenience store. And sometimes, if you were wearing a hoodie, old people, they would sigh at you. They would go, oh my god, a youth in Frimley Green? Frimley Green's a retirement village, mostly. And you get a sigh, man. I know how it feels to have the haters look upon you and disregard you as somebody that's a menace, when in actuality, I'm just trying to get some milk, make some more tea. So trust me, if anybody knows the streets, it's definitely me. I have extensive knowledge. Oh, perfect, Cam. Yeah, we'll talk via DM there, for sure. Thank you very much, Chris. Who do I want to see Kabam buff next? Well, I would like them to send a buff to Colossus. That would be pretty fantastic. I would appreciate that. I went to Collingwood and Camberley. Ryan, what? Ryan, what you saying, fam? I went to Collingwood College and Camberley as well. The year before I went was the year somebody got stabbed in the eye. And then during my time at Collingwood, nobody got stabbed, so that was good. I didn't get stabbed. I got pushed over a lot in my first couple of years. I wasn't very cool. I know this is hard to believe, ladies and gentlemen, but I didn't used to be very cool. I know it's almost impossible to conceive now, but I was. You could use the word to describe the words a bit of a weenie to describe the younger version of myself. The cool kids, they weren't the biggest fan of me. They did enjoy pushing me over and calling me a variety of names and making fun of the fact that I used to quite like World of Warcraft. But hey, it's alright now, boys. We're doing okay. Like, I don't get sad anymore when people call me names. So it's cool, man. Surrey has the highest crime rate out of all the cities in England. Jokes. I mean, I think Surrey's it's a relatively alright place. There are a few like dodgy parts, but it's an alright place, man. Oh, I'm sorry it's rubbing you up the wrong way. I don't even know how to say your name. But you can just, you know, like, not watch the videos if you want, man. I mean, it sounds like you don't really have much better to do than getting very, very angry on the internet, so I'd maybe try and find a new hobby, my friend. That'd be my personal recommendation. Open 11 Wallcrawler crystals, got 2 4-star Stark Spider-Man. Not too bad, Luca, not too bad. Congratulations. Yeah, I've got a big playlist for free-to-play stuff, but it hasn't been updated in a few weeks or a month. So yeah, a lot of the early stuff's there, but I need to add some more stuff into it. Sean wants that Carnage buff as well, Jacob. That is what I would love to see, man. I would love to see a Carnage buff. That'd be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, we'll see what's up. I'm from Luton, Seaton, feel lucky. I don't know much about Luton, to be honest. But yeah, I'm quite fortunate, man, in my my upbringing. I've been surrounded by some pretty good people. It's Chris says, fuck you, man, you suck. Oh, well, thank you very much for your constructive criticism, Chris. I appreciate your kind words. I'm wishing you all the best as well, man. Cheers, mate. I can't believe that. I showed my schoolmates that Barney video. I mean, nowadays, a lot of the people that used to push me over fences, they seem to quite like me now. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm a little bit... Got a few subscribers on YouTube. Tends to sway people's opinion a little bit. Not too bad, man. Oh, yeah, Dover. All my comments about Surrey, they were heavily sarcastic. I know that Surrey, generally speaking, is a very, very fine place to live. In Walton, I saw an undercover cop being very subtle with a selfie stick trying to blend in. Sounds a little bit painful. A little bit painful. Ah, the mean streets of Surrey. So much sarcasm, boys. So much sarcasm. Yo, what's up, Extreme Gaming? Ever been to India? I've never been to India. India seems like a beautiful country, though. I'd love to visit at some point. Have a meet up with my subs to beat the bullies. Well, the only way that I can beat the bullies is just continually getting better at intercepting in Marvel Contest of Champions. Like, that's the only way, really. I can just keep on playing mobile games until eventually, you know, some stuff happens. Maybe we acquire more currency, maybe acquire a little bit more notoriety, and then somehow we might have won the game of life, depending on your definition of winning. But yeah, we're doing alright, man. We're doing alright. 22, our parents' garden, 100k subscribers, 40 million channel views. Some people, they have it worse, man. We're doing okay. No, I considered quitting this game after I finished it. No, I quite like Marvel Contest of Champions, and you don't really finish Marvel Contest of Champions. It's an endless treadmill, my friend, of new characters coming out, new challenges. Like, there's always quite a bit coming around the corner. And I'm excited to see where the game goes this year. I want that, like, smaller team-based gameplay to come in, smaller scale versions of Alliance Quest, Alliance War, that's, like, constantly active, and I can just sink, like, years of my life into. So yeah, if they can nail that kind of content design and maybe, like, bring together a new, interesting competitive meta, I'm excited, man, for where it could go. How I always fight Thanos and Kang teams. Infinite streak, my friend. Interesting, Al. Interesting. Obtain currency, disregard females. I like the obtain currency and obtain females. Like, that's my favorite one, man. Like, I'm so lucky, man. My girlfriend, she's the best, man. I really appreciate her. She's fantastic. I feel like I found, like, a generally good level of happiness just in my work and personal life, man. That's all going pretty well for the boy at the moment. How much do I make per year off YouTube? Oh, there's actually an interview that I've done with a national newspaper, which, if it comes out and gets published, then there will be a rough figure available, and it'll probably be on the subreddit or Twitter, which will disclose that, but I don't want to talk about it on live stream, just because it varies so much, and there are, as somebody that's a YouTuber and going down this career path, there is so much to consider in terms of how money is generated when you're a YouTuber, and all the stuff that you need to keep in mind. And in that very extensive interview that I've done, like, I like to lay it out for people quite a bit. Do I think a lot of people will sell their 565 Blade accounts in a few months out of boredom with the game? I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure. I mean, I don't have a Blade myself, but I tend to find that a lot of people are having a pretty great time with the Blade. I know that you very much don't like Blade Quickshot, but I think the best thing to do is continually, you know, not bring him up and not start... Because I see exactly how you're trying to turn the conversation here, and this is a conversation that is being had everywhere, and we don't necessarily need to talk about it on the live stream. And also, yeah, Social Blade gives you a good idea as well. Like, if you're ever curious as to what roughly YouTubers earn, Social Blade is a really fantastic website for getting insight into that. I have a 4-star generic Awakening gem and can take all the champions mentioned to 550. Who should I use it on? Scarlet, Magic, Medusa, X23, Iceman. So out of all of those characters, personally, I don't know, it depends, like, what your wider roster is at. But I'd have a look at, like, the best champions to awaken video. I think the only champion I'd say that's worth the generic, or really needs the generic, is Scarlet. Like, Magic, Medusa, Iceman, like, they're all great champions to have awakened, and if you really like playing Medusa, might be an option as well. Magic and Iceman, they don't really, like, need to be awakened. They're very, very good unawakened, so, don't know. It's a very difficult question for me to ask Samuel when there's so much out there at the moment. But one day after every Marvel character is in the game and Kabam has more money than Bill Gates, they will close the game. Damn, no, just milk the whales. I mean, if they're got a crap ton of money continually coming in and they can just keep on, you know, making an insane amount of profit, then I'm sure the game will continue. And that is the longevity of the game, as long as they can keep people interested, and people right now seem to be more interested than ever in playing Marvel Contest of Champions, especially toward the more end game. Like, iTunes rankings, generally speaking, have never been higher on average, and more people have never, you know, more and more people are participating in Arena, like, every month. So yeah, it's going up, man. Medusa, yeah, Medusa, she needs to be awakened, but I don't know, it depends if you want to awaken her. Go in. Right, what else do we have? What is my outro song? It's some sort of royalty-free one on Epidemic. I made it so long ago that I don't quite remember. It's like Epic Song number 5 or something like that. So yeah. Oh wow, Death Dealer. Dude, I'm very, very surprised that it's been up approximately 20 minutes and you've been saying the same message. I mean, you really, there is no end to the amount of sadness that you have. So unfortunately, like, I'm gonna do you a favor, my friend. I'm gonna allow you to go and move on with your life, because you seem like a very angry and jaded individual. So there you go, man. You've been permanently banned. So that way you can move on. You can go outside, you know, and see there's a little bit more to life than spending all your time being very, very angry on a Marvel Contest of Champions live stream. Any tips to find the collector? Just do as much damage as you can before you die, really. It's pretty much the biggest tip there. The biggest tip. Right, let's jump into a little bit of Alliance quest on the free-to-play account. And my battle group is not open yet. Okay, interesting. Man, people gotta step up their game a little bit more. Right, let's maybe move a little bit in the Master Event quest. Hey bro, just started the game. I really appreciate your videos. One question though, which arena should I compete on? Just push as the general advice for arena as a newer player is push as much as you can in as many arenas as possible. So yeah, just, you know, whatever you feel comfortable pushing in, but just make sure you grind out to the maximum that you can. Because, you know, getting those 4 stars in is what you need, man. Do I still have a ban option on all the streams? I think I have a ban option. I'm not too sure if everyone has one, man. Did I defeat Void in my free-to-play account? Yeah, I've done it on both Master and Uncollected. On Uncollected, we did the whole run. It's up on the channel on demand. We only used 2 revives in total there, so it wasn't too bad at all. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we've been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes this evening. I've had a super, super fun time. It's been great catching up with everyone, having a little bit of a chat. So yeah, if you did enjoy the stream this evening, feel free to smash that like button. That would be greatly appreciated. Apart from that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you all have a fantastic day.